Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I'm back in the UK, back in the studio for a little while, but not to worry, plenty more videos from Italy still to come on the channel. Now, over the years, we've made a number of videos where we show a yacht docking or a yacht leaving a marina, and there's no music, there's no talking, there's none of me. There's just a yacht with text on the screen and arrows pointing and telling you what's happening, so you understand the procedure for docking in a marina. Some of these videos have had over 1 million views. One that comes to mind, Madame Goo video, a shot, I think it was in 2019, that has had over 1 million views as I filmed this video now. Now you may be thinking that when we do these videos, we sort of coordinate with the yacht maybe, or we get some information from the yacht that says they're going to be in a marina at a certain time. You might be surprised actually that is actually not the case. In actual fact, we've had these very questions. Every time we do one of those videos, somebody asks a question like this one I'll put on screen, and it says, how do you know when a yacht is going to be docking? Do you get notified by someone on board who knows? You always seem to be in the right time, at the right place at the right time. Well, in actual fact, the way they are filmed is purely, it is from being in the right place at the right time, but it's not what you think. Like I said, a few years ago, I filmed Madame Goo docking in Monaco. Now, when I realized that Madame Goo was heading to Monaco, I was actually in Nice in France. I was at the railway station and I was actually heading to Monaco to film, but I checked on AIS while I was waiting and I see that Madame Goo is heading to Monaco. It's a race against the yacht to get there first so I can film this yacht docking. Now, obviously it's only a race to me because they had no idea that I was going to film that yacht docking. So all of a sudden it becomes a race between me and Madame Goo to arrive first. I'm hoping they're going to dock in the marina, and if they do, I'll film it. So I'm full pelt right now. So effectively, I was in a rush on the train to get there to be able to film the yacht. Even so, when I did get there, the vessel was just out at anchor and it was sat there for a few hours. Unfortunately, it looks like she's not docking today. I got in a full flop sweat and out of breath for nothing really. You probably won't be able to see it, but it's just out there. It looks like it's at anchor. So I got there. I expected to see a dock, and there was no movement. Now later on, a few hours later, after as I was walking around the marina filming, she did come into dock. All right, so I just checked marine traffic again, and Madame Goo is just docking. So I'm quite far away, so I've got to make another mad dash. And I was able to film that video, which is, like I said, it's done over 1 million views as I filmed this video. Now, I will put a link up in the corner and stuff if you want to go and see that if you've never saw it. But that video happened purely by chance. It was just pure luck. But I'm not always that lucky, and they don't always go to plan. As an example, on this trip that I just did recently, in May, we were out at anchor near San Remo. I came in the boat and I was doing some filming in the morning. I flew the drone a little bit and I had a walk around the marina to see what I could see. As I walked around to the far side of the marina, I see motor yacht Amere 2, and there's quite a lot of movement on the deck from the crew, and they just looked to me. I think this boat is getting ready to leave. I could see them disconnecting the shore power, breaking down the gangway, and I thought, okay, this boat's getting ready to leave, so I'm going to be in a good spot to be able to film. However, some of the crew are still washing down the deck and playing music with their little ghetto blaster out on deck there, and I'm thinking, well, it looks like they're getting ready to leave, but I have a feeling that it's going to be an hour or so. So I thought, well, I'll walk down to the end of the marina and I'll see what's happening. And then, because there's a nice little viewing platform, there's like a roundabout at the end of the marina for traffic to turn around, but you can stand up, you can walk out up on a little ledge and you can look out at the boats out at anchor. So I thought I'll go down there and have a look. as I'm standing there, I get interested in Yacht Soundwave, which is formerly known as 1111. That was the old name. And I'm watching the guys working out on the stern there. They're doing some repairs to the passerelle or something like that. And as I'm doing that, a Yacht Mary 2 comes right past me and leaves the marina. So I've missed it, completely missed the yacht leaving. I'm kind of thinking, now what can I do now? I've already filmed like maybe 20 minutes of this boat preparing to leave. I thought, what am I going to do now? I no idea if they're coming back. So I thought, well, I'll check on AIS, see where they're headed. Well, it turns out they're headed to Monaco. So I'm thinking, well, I don't want to admit failure here. I've already filmed all that footage. So and on that day, I've actually got access to a car. So I think, right, I'm going to go to Monaco. I'm going to drive to Monaco. I'm going to get there before them, and then I'm going to film them docking. So I jump in the car and shoot off, and I head to Monaco. It's about a 50-minute drive in the car. Now, I'm in the car I didn't think too much about it. I just thought, I've got a car, let's go to Monaco, and jumped in. You know, not too much thought. Now, on the way there, I'm thinking there's many things that could happen here. Maybe they're just going to Monaco and picking up their boss and then leaving. Or maybe they're going to Monaco and they're going to drop anchor. And then I started to think, well, that's actually the most likely scenario, is the boat's not going to go into the marina. It's just going to drop anchor and sit outside, send in a tender for anybody who wants to join. But by this time, I'm halfway there. So I think, okay, well, I'll go into Monaco and there's always something to film in Monaco. So when I get there, if that boat doesn't dock, then I'll film something else. Now, once I arrive in Monaco, this is in May, this is a week before the Monaco F1 Grand Prix. And if you'll remember, we did a series of 4 videos on the channel, which it turned out to be 4 videos. But this ended up being the first day of shooting of those 4 videos. And it ended up being, we ended up putting a video on the channel called The Largest Yachts in Monaco 2023. And then I showed you around the preparations for them setting up for the Formula One. All right, you get 0 points for guessing where I am right now. That's right, I'm in Monaco, and we're here to actually film Superyachts. But as somebody who loves F1 and loves cars, I can't help but show some of this in one of my videos. It turned out to be a great video. There was lots of much larger yachts in than the Mare 2. And it turned out to be a really good video, so I was really happy with that, and I shot all day long. And but the funny thing is, while I was in Monaco, a few yachts came into the marina, and 3 yachts that I can remember came into the marina, and each one of them I was in the wrong place as it came in. The first one, I was halfway up the hill filming down onto the marina from up near Casino Square, and I see a yacht go in and dock. Then I see another one sails right by me as I'm standing on the quayside, but it goes right to the other end of the marina, and I don't have time to go around, because to go around the marina can take about 20 minutes on foot. And then another boat that came in was the legends from Motor Yacht Scot Free. They came in, and by this time I'd gone all the way around the marina to try and film that other boat, which I'd missed. And now I'm on the other side of the marina, and Scot Free comes in and goes to the position that I was in before. So yeah, so sometimes it's just not meant to be. But anyway, I got a great day's shoot in, and then, like I said, I made that video, which was a very popular video on the channel. Most of these videos that you see, the Madame Goo video, the Najiba video, the videos from Imperia, I did one there, the one of Motor Yacht Pure recently, the most recent one that I did in San Remo, they are the luck of the draw, and it's just a case of me just happening on those. There's no organization at all with those videos. And the funny thing is, one of the yachts actually docked right in front of me while I was talking about another yacht. So I'm looking at this yacht here, and then another yacht comes in stern to and docks right next to me, and I missed the whole thing because I'm busy talking about something else, and I didn't see it happening. So yeah, it was one of those days where I just missed a load of potential videos. Now the funny thing is, on that day that I went into Monaco to chase after a Mare 2, did that vessel ever dock? That's the story I was telling. Did it ever come into Monaco and dock? No, it didn't. So after all of that, driving all that way, the boat didn't even come in. So I get back in the car, and I drive the 50 minutes or so back to San Remo. And I get into the marina, and I don't know why I checked, but I look on the marine traffic again, and it says that Amare 2 is headed back to San Remo and it's going to dock. So I stand there, I'm already exhausted by this time. I'm standing there waiting for the boat to come in. And eventually she comes in, she sits outside for a while as well. And then she comes in, and I'm starting to lose the light by this time. And I sit there and I wait for the boat to come in. But she comes in so smoothly and so quickly that I hardly had any video footage. Like normally they're much slower, and I get to monitor what's happening and that, but it came in so quickly. They obviously, the boat spends a lot of time in San Remo, so the captain's obviously used to docking that boat, and he came in so smoothly that I didn't feel like I even had enough to make a video of this boat docking after all of this. And the funny thing is, after I'd finished filming, I got chatting to some of the crew, and they told me that although the boat didn't have one of the thrusters wasn't working, so it wasn't as smooth as normal. And I was just there thinking this was the smoothest dock I've ever seen, boat docking I've ever seen. So yeah, so in the end, I didn't even, after all of that had happened, I didn't even use the footage until now, until this video, and I'm showing you some of that boat docking in San Remo. I was in the marina from sunup, so probably 7 o'clock, 7:30 when I first filmed that footage with the drone, and then I was there until maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock at night when I filmed that last bit of footage, and I ended up not even using that footage. But I did get that other great video out of it. But like I said, it's about being flexible, film everything, document as much as you can, and then put something together at the end. That's not always the way it's done, but that's sometimes what happens. And this video is another example of that. Every successful yacht docking video you see, there's probably 3 or 4 that I filmed or I tried to film that didn't work out. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you find it a little bit amusing, and it gives you a bit of an insight into what happens here on the channel when we're filming these yachts docking. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to hit the like button here, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell for future notifications. All right, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.